My dear brother, my precious sister in Christ, before we begin, I want you to pause for a moment. Look at the title on your screen. It's scary. You will be rich. Just listen one time. Some of you almost scrolled past it. Some of you felt something deep inside. Whisper, wait, listen. And I want to tell you that whisper wasn't an accident. That whisper was a call. Because what you're about to hear is not just another motivational message. It's not hype. It's not luck. It's not a trick. It's a revelation. Something sacred, something ancient, something powerful enough to shake the dust off your destiny and open the floodgates of abundance that have been waiting for you all along. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Rich, me, that sounds too good to be true. But I want to speak directly to that doubt. That doubt has been the quiet thief in your mind for years. It has convinced you that wealth belongs to other people, that abundance belongs to those born lucky, those with the right last name, those with connections, those who never had to fight the way you've had to fight. But tonight, I came to tell you the truth that has set millions free, that you, right where you are, have the same divine seed of abundance within you. It's been there from the beginning. The only difference between the rich and the struggling isn't worthiness. It's awakening. One heard the call, the other never listened long enough. So listen, don't just hear me. Listen, because what's about to happen over the next few minutes could alter the very structure of your thinking. It could rewire the way your brain understands money, purpose, and possibility. This message, if you let it, will begin to rearrange the molecules of your life. I don't say that lightly. I say it because I've seen it happen. In 1987, a man named Chris Gardner slept in subway bathrooms with his little boy. He had no house, no bed, no savings, only hunger and a dream. The world looked at him and saw a man with nothing. But God saw a man with a spark, one shift, one divine realization, and that man rose to build a life worth over 60 million. Some called it luck, others called it miracle, but he called it decision. One moment of awakening, and tonight that same moment is being offered to you. You see, abundance is not a mystery. It is not some cosmic lottery. You to do something with me right now, wherever you are, in your car, your room, your office, stop for just a moment, take a deep breath, that's it. Inhale, exhale, do it again. Feel the air move through your lungs. That's life, that's energy, that's proof that you are connected to something infinite. And the same source that gave you breath can give you abundance. The same force that wakes the sun every morning can wake your destiny tonight. I want you to picture a light, golden, warm radiance surrounding you. Not imagination, but energy. This light represents divine provision. It represents all the wealth, all the opportunities, all the miracles that are already waiting for you. You are not begging for it. You are aligning with it, because abundance doesn't come to the needy, it comes to the ready. You see, my friend, the universe, or if you prefer, God operates by law. When you tune a radio to the right frequency, the signal comes clear. You don't force it, you align with it. That's what you're doing right now. You're shifting your frequency from poverty to prosperity, from fear to faith, from survival to creation. And once your frequency shifts, money begins to find you, the same way rivers find the ocean. I've seen people watch a message like this and write to me within 24 hours saying something strange happened. Money showed up. A new client called a debt was forgiven. Coincidence? Maybe, but I call it inevitable. Because once your energy aligns with abundance, the world has no choice but to respond. But here's where the fear comes in. You see, wealth is not just gain, it's responsibility. It will call you higher. It will challenge your habits, your self-image, your boundaries. That's why I said at the start, it's scary, because to become wealthy, you must die to the identity of lack. You must bury the version of yourself that has survived on just enough. That's what's frightening, not the wealth itself, but the transformation it demands. And yet, my friend, that's where freedom begins. For years, you've prayed for a breakthrough, but God has been waiting for your agreement. You've asked for more, but you've been thinking small. You've spoken the language of abundance on your lips, but the language of fear in your mind. But tonight, that division ends. Tonight, your heart and your mind come into agreement with abundance. You are not meant to chase money. Money is meant to chase you. You are not meant to struggle endlessly. You are meant to create effortlessly. You are not meant to live as a beggar. You are meant to walk as a blessing. Because abundance is not something you earn. It's something you remember. It's your birthright. And when you remember who you are, when you realize that the same breath that created galaxies lives in you, you stop begging and start believing. You stop reaching from desperation and start receiving from alignment. You begin to understand that wealth is not something outside of you. It's something expressed through you. So as you listen to this message, let these words begin to reprogram your subconscious. Let every cell of your being absorb them. You are worthy, you are capable, you are chosen, and you are ready. This is not hype. This is the beginning of your transformation. Because right now, even as you hear these words, something in your brain is changing. Scientists tell us that sustained focus for just 11 minutes can alter neural pathways. You're doing that right now. You're literally rewiring your mind to attract abundance instead of repel it. So listen with your heart, because in the moments ahead, we're not just going to talk about money. We are going to activate the frequency of abundance that's already inside you. We're going to speak words that awaken wealth, shift energy, and realign you with divine prosperity. And when you finish this message, you will not be the same person who started it. You will walk differently. You will think differently. You will see opportunities where others see obstacles. And when that happens, you will know this was not coincidence. This was your divine appointment, because abundance has been waiting for you all along. So don't stop now. Don't look away. Don't let your mind wander. Stay with me, because the next few minutes could change everything. My friend, if you're still here, that means something in your spirit said yes. You didn't scroll away. You didn't click off. You stayed. And that tells me one thing. You are ready. Ready to step out of the shadows of lack and into the light of abundance. Ready to say enough is enough. I am done being afraid of money. I am done believing that struggle is holy and success is sin, because you've carried that lie long enough. And tonight that chain breaks. Listen to me carefully. Abundance is not a trick. It's not some secret known only by millionaires. It is a spiritual law as old as the universe itself. When you plant a seed, it grows. When you give love, you receive love. When you align your heart with gratitude and your mind with purpose, blessings begin to multiply. And the moment you begin to believe that you are worthy of wealth, heaven itself begins to rearrange in your favor. But you've got to let go of what's been blocking you. You've got to release the inner program that whispers, I don't deserve it, it's too late, it's too hard, people like me don't get rich. Because that voice, my friend, is not your truth. That voice is an echo of fear passed down through generations, taught by those who were afraid to dream big. But that fear ends here. That doubt dies tonight, because you are about to meet the real you, the wealthy you, the confident you, the abundant you that's been buried beneath years of self-limiting thoughts. I want you to understand something vital. Money is not just paper, it's energy. It's the physical expression of value. It's the echo of service rendered, creativity given, love shared. When you serve with joy, when you create with passion, when you walk in purpose, money becomes a byproduct. Not a chase, but a companion. You don't run after it. It runs after you. The wealthy don't chase, they attract. They don't beg, they command, because their inner world has already agreed with abundance. And that's where we are going right now. We're going to bring your inner world into agreement, because until your subconscious accepts wealth as normal, you'll always sabotage it. You'll push it away without even knowing it. You'll overspend it, avoid it, delay it, reject it. But once your subconscious agrees, everything changes. So take another deep breath in and out, in and out. One more time, in and out. Now imagine again that golden light, the one we spoke about before. See it brighter this time, surrounding your whole body, pulsing with warmth. That's divine energy. That's the vibration of abundance. That's the frequency that billionaires live in. The same frequency Jesus spoke about when he said, "I have come that you might have life and have it more abundantly." Now in this sacred moment, we're going to speak what I call wealth activation commands. These are not mere affirmations. They are divine decrees, statements that carry power when spoken with faith. As you hear these words, don't strain to believe them. Don't try to make them true. Just receive. Let them wash over you like living water. Let them sink deep into the soil of your subconscious. Here we go. I am now releasing every limiting belief about money that has held me back. Every fear, every doubt, every program of scarcity is dissolving completely. Say it softly under your breath. If you can feel the release, I am free from financial limitation. My subconscious mind is now programmed for abundance. Money flows to me easily, effortlessly, and continuously. Let that truth settle in your heart. See yourself surrounded by opportunities, people calling, ideas forming, doors opening. I am a magnet for financial opportunities. I now recognize that I am worthy of UNL wealth. Pause there, worthy. You've carried guilt about wanting more, haven't you? Someone told you that wanting to be rich was selfish. But let me tell you something. Your wealth blesses others. When your cup overflows, everyone around you drinks. That's why the Bible says, "My cup runneth over." Overflow is not greed. Overflow is grace. My value to the world is immense, and I am richly rewarded for the unique gifts I bring every day in every way. My wealth is increasing. Money comes to me from expected and unexpected sources. I am divinely guided to make profitable decisions. I now vibrate at the frequency of abundance. Now imagine that light around you intensifying, spinning, glowing, expanding. You are standing in a river of prosperity. It's flowing around you and through you. Every molecule in your being is adjusting to this new frequency. Wealthy opportunities and wealthy people are naturally attracted to me. Success is my natural state. My mind is now programmed for financial success. I think like a millionaire. I act like a millionaire. I create wealth like a millionaire. And one more. I am now aligned with the infinite abundance of the universe. There is more than enough for everyone, including me. My prosperity helps others prosper. Let that last line echo in your mind. My prosperity helps others prosper. Because when you rise, others rise. When you prosper, you create space for others to prosper. That's what real abundance does. It multiplies. Now, I want you to feel those words rooting themselves deep in your subconscious mind. Feel them embedding in your soul like new software being installed. You don't have to force them to work. You don't have to understand how the subconscious is listening. It's absorbing, it's aligning. What's happening right now isn't imagination, it's reprogramming. You're literally building new neural pathways. You're changing the way your brain interprets opportunity and risk. You're teaching your mind that wealth is safe, that success is natural, that money is your friend. And once your mind accepts that truth, the outer world will begin to mirror it back. You may start to notice coincidences. A friend calling with a new idea, an unexpected payment, a chance meeting, a door that once seemed closed suddenly opening. Some will call it luck, but you will know it's alignment because you are no longer chasing wealth. You are magnetizing it. Now, my friend, let me tell you something sacred. You were never designed for lack. Poverty is not your portion. Scarcity is not your identity. You were created in the image of an abundant creator. The stars don't run out of light. The oceans don't run out of waves. The earth doesn't run out of seed. And you made in that same divine image cannot run out of opportunity. The same force that governs galaxies governs your growth. And when you step into alignment with that truth, all of creation bends to bless you. But here's the key. You can't just listen once and walk away unchanged. You must let this truth become a daily rhythm. Repetition creates permanence. Listen to these words again tomorrow and the next day. Let them build neural highways of abundance in your mind. Because what you repeat, you become. Right now, you've begun something sacred. You've started to dismantle the old structure, the fear, the shame, the doubt. That's why it may feel emotional. You might feel warmth, tingling, even tears. That's your energy shifting. That's the old identity losing its hold. Don't resist it. Let it happen, because by the time we reach the final part of this message, you will no longer be the same person who started it. You will walk differently, think differently, and attract differently. You will know in your bones that abundance is your natural state. Not something to chase, but something to remember. This is your awakening. This is your activation. You have begun to step into a new identity. The wealthy version of yourself that was always waiting inside. So bray a smile and prepare your heart, because in the next part, we're going to go even deeper. We're going to speak to the core of your being. We're going to anchor this abundance in your soul so firmly that no fear, no doubt, no circumstance can shake it again. Stay with me, my friend. The shift has begun, my friend. Something has already begun within you. Even if you don't fully understand it, something deep inside has started to wake up. Some call it the subconscious mind. Some call it divine awareness. I call it your spirit remembering who you truly are. Because when truth enters the heart, something shifts forever. You can never go back to what you were before. Once you've seen the light, you can't unsee it. And once you've touched abundance, you'll never again settle for lack. So let me speak this truth again slowly, clearly, directly to your soul. You were never meant to live in fear about money. You were never meant to live trapped by anxiety, by scarcity, by that quiet panic that whispers, what if there isn't enough? You were created by an abundant creator, not one of poverty, not one of withholding, but one who said, I have come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. That means more than survival. It means overflow. It means waking up every morning knowing that what you need is already on its way. It means walking through life with calm confidence that you are supported, provided for, guided. But listen closely. Abundance doesn't start in your wallet. It starts in your words. It starts in your thoughts. It starts in your habits, in the quiet decisions no one else sees. Because every thought you think is a seed. Every emotion you feel is water to that seed. And every word you speak gives it life or death. That's why Scripture says life and death are in the power of the tongue. So if you want to live in abundance, you must speak abundance. You must think abundance. You must walk abundance. You can't keep saying, I'm broke and expect riches. You can't keep repeating, it's hard to make money and expect ease. The universe, God, is always listening. Your subconscious mind is always recording. And what you say consistently becomes your reality. So, my friend, watch your words. Turn every complaint into a confession of faith. Replace every I can't with I will. Replace every I never have enough with everything I need is always flowing to me. Replace money is hard with money loves me. Because when your words shift, your world shifts. Now I know this is where people begin to doubt. They say it can't be that simple. And I understand that. I understand the hours of struggle, the bills stacked high, the disappointments, the moments where you did everything right and still came up short. I've seen people cry on their knees asking God why. But what if I told you that God never said no? He was simply waiting for you to come into alignment. You see, divine abundance isn't sent to you. It flows through you. It's not out there waiting to be found. It's within you waiting to be activated. And that activation begins with agreement. You've heard people say faith without works is dead. But I'll tell you this, faith without alignment is powerless. You can't pray for wealth and then think poor. You can't declare abundance but live in fear. That's like planting seeds and then pouring poison on them every day. So tonight, I want you to begin walking in faith. not fear. Acting as though your breakthrough has already happened. Because when you act from belief, you invite manifestation. You tell your subconscious, this is who I am now. And your mind begins to search for evidence to open doors, to recognize opportunities that were invisible before. Let me tell you a story. There was a man who used to walk the same road every day on his way to work. For years he complained that life never gave him a break. He'd walk past a shop every morning that had a sign, business for sale, low price. He never noticed it, not once. One day, after hearing a message about abundance, he said to himself, let me look for opportunities instead of problems. The next morning he saw the sign as if it had just appeared overnight. He bought that little shop with borrowed money. Within 2 years, he was employing 10 people. Within 5, he was a millionaire. That sign had been there the whole time, but his mind wasn't ready to see it. That's what happens when you reprogram your subconscious for abundance. You begin to see what was always there. You start to recognize that wealth is not created, it's revealed. And your faith, your alignment, your words, they are the key that unlocks that revelation. So right now, I want you to take another deep breath in and out. Feel the peace in that breath. That peace is proof that you are cared for, that you are not alone in this journey, that there is a divine hand guiding you toward prosperity. Now I want you to repeat softly, either aloud or in your mind. I walk in abundance. I live in abundance. I speak abundance. I am abundance. Say it again. I walk in abundance. I live in abundance. I speak abundance. I am abundance. Every time you say those words, something inside you strengthens. Every repetition builds a new pathway in your brain. You are replacing scarcity with sufficiency, fear with faith, worry with wonder. And from this day forward, I want you to begin practicing what I call abundance actions. They don't have to be big. They just have to be consistent. When you find a coin on the street, don't step over it. Pick it up, smile, and say, thank you, abundance. When you pay a bill, don't grumble. Bless the money as it leaves, knowing it will return multiplied. When someone compliments your work, don't brush it off. Receive it fully. Because every act of receiving, no matter how small, strengthens your ability to receive more. You see, abundance is not a moment. It's a mindset. It's not a gift you wait for. It's a flow you step into. And once you're in that flow, everything begins to shift. People will look at you and say, you're lucky. But you'll know better. You'll know it wasn't luck. It was alignment. And yes, it can be scary because abundance challenges everything you once believed about yourself. It stretches you. It tests you. It asks, can you handle more? Can you think bigger? Can you trust deeper? But I promise you, if you stay with it, if you keep listening, if you keep walking in this truth, your old self, the fearful, struggling self, will fall away like a cocoon. And what will emerge will shock even you. You'll see opportunities that used to scare you, and you'll say, I'm ready. You'll make decisions that once paralyzed you and feel peace. You'll give more, serve more, love more, because you'll realize abundance was never just about money, it was about freedom. Freedom to live without fear. Freedom to create without limits. Freedom to bless others from your overflow. That's what real wealth is. So tonight, make a decision not just with your mouth, but with your heart. Decide that you are done living small. Decide that you are done letting fear run your life. Decide that you will be a vessel of abundance, not for greed, but for good. And when you make that decision, heaven moves. The universe rearranges. Things begin to shift that you can't even see yet. Because faith always activates favor. Now close your eyes one last time. Take one more deep breath and whisper to yourself, I am ready for abundance. I am open to receive. I am one with the source of all prosperity. And as you breathe out, feel the truth of that. Feel the peace of it. Feel the joy of it. because that's your new reality. Now you are not who you were when you started to. His message, you've been changed. Something deep within you has remembered the truth that wealth is not foreign, it's familiar. That abundance is not outside of you, it's within you. Stay in this energy. Stay in this faith, because the next part, the next few moments we share will anchor it all permanently. We'll take this truth and seal it in your spirit. So nothing and no one can take it away again. So don't go anywhere. Stay right here with me, because your wealthy life is closer than you think. My friend, the moment you believe, really believe, something changes in the atmosphere around you. Faith isn't a feeling. It's not a mood. It's movement. It's life in motion. And I want to tell you tonight, if you have been praying, if you have been declaring, if you have been crying out for abundance, it is time to walk like it's already yours. You see, belief without movement is like a seed without soil. It may have life in it, but it can never grow. You can't speak of miracles and walk in fear. You can't talk about prosperity and live in doubt. You can't pray for wealth and still talk like a beggar at your own table. When Jesus healed the lame man, He didn't just say, be healed. He said, rise up, take your bed and walk. Because faith that only sits and waits will soon forget how to move. But faith that stands up, faith that acts, calls heaven to attention. So I ask you tonight, how are you walking? How are you speaking? How are you showing the world the wealth that already lives within your spirit? Because true wealth, divine wealth, begins in the way you carry yourself. Do you rise each morning and thank God as though the blessing has already been delivered? Do you step into your day with the quiet power of someone who knows they are chosen? Do your words speak abundance or complaint? Beloved, I tell you, your words are seeds. Every time you say, I can't afford it, you plant lack. Every time you say, money never stays with me, you water poverty. But every time you say, I am blessed, I am provided for, I walk in divine favor, you open the windows of heaven over your life. And someone here tonight needs to stop praying for the rain and start acting like it's already falling. When you walk through your home, thank God for what's coming. When you eat, bless the food as if your table is already overflowing. When you work, do it as though the King of Kings Himself has assigned you that task, because that's what faith does. It lives ahead of its miracle. Faith acts reach before the reaches arrive. Faith gives thanks before the answer comes. Faith stands tall in a storm and says, I am not shaken, because my foundation is not in the world, it's in the Word. Now, I want you to imagine just for a moment that your blessing is standing right outside your door, waiting for you to open it. Would you sit in darkness and doubt? Would you hide in fear? No. You would straighten your shoulders, lift your head, and open that door wide. That's how you must live every day, as though your blessing is waiting on the porch knocking, saying, let me in. You see, wealth is not only money. It's the peace that lets you sleep. It's the strength that keeps you standing. It's the joy that no bill, no burden, no betrayal can take away. And when you walk like the wealthy, you're not showing off what you have. You're showing off who you trust. Faith says, I'm not waiting, for the promise. I'm walking in it. Faith says, my hands may be empty, but my heart is full. Faith says, God's not late. I'm right on His schedule. And when you live like that, when you talk like that, heaven moves things for you. People who once ignored you start to notice you. Opportunities that were locked start to open. Resources find their way to you like rivers returning to the sea. Because faith in action makes